Hello friends, and also, hello enemies. Welcome back to Weekly Allowance, YouTube's only YouTube channel. If you're looking for entertainment on YouTube, this is it. There is nothing else, and I apologize in advance. So today, we are continuing our journey into the Cosmic Legion's OxKrewe wave with UkHa. As before, window in the front, story blurb on the side, character blurb on the other side, and a list of all our Cosmic Legion's figures so far. So let's not dilly-dally because we've opened up enough of these that we know what the packaging is like. Let's get straight into the meat. UkHa meat. I mean, to be honest, this thing looks like it could taste pretty good. Maybe not the limbs, but there's some meat in that neck for sure. Of course, I do not advocate for eating UkHa. Alright, let's look at UkHa. So he is a scavenger type alien, one of the natives of this planet that the OxKrewe is stranded on. For some reason I thought these goggles came off. He does come with an alternate head without goggles, and we'll look at that in a moment. But for now, it's goggles on for UkHa. Little bit of paint chipping on his chest, neck chest. This guy is like at least 50% neck. Got some reuse of the gray alien parts. New head. I don't believe we've seen this head in the Cosmic Legion's line before. This is a new species as far as I can remember. And yeah, he's decked out with all sorts of scavenged material. It looks like his loincloth is made of grass or something. Really cute little bangles. Got a scavenged gauntlet. He's got a belt with all sorts of materials attached and a little bitty skull. Mostly kind of a tan orange color, but then he's got some cute little spots up at the head. The texture on him is very subtle, but it's there. Just some small little pores. Some little tiny wrinkles, a few bumps here and there, interesting musculature on the back of the neck, really cute little mouth, more tiny little wrinkly details on the feet. This is a cute little guy. So he's going to be kind of different than the other figures we've looked at in the wave so far, because we have the two other spacesuited characters we looked at. We looked at Kern Ray. Those characters are going to share kind of similar articulation, but this one is new territory, uncharted, as they say, which is a video game, I think, that I never played. Ball joint at the head, so plenty of swivel there, but not much up and down. That thick neck just gets in the way. He is like a pig. He cannot look up, which has got to be a problem when you're scavenging. Feel like big part of the job is being able to look up. Pretty standard arm movement, single elbow, swivel on that, of course, pivot on the wrist, up and down, palm down, and then swivel. Let's see what this big neck piece can do. Big rotation there. Not much of a crunch, but certainly have rotation. There's a secondary movement at the waist that's hidden by this belt. All right, leg up. Leg to the side. Leg back, very nice. Other characters weren't able to get their legs back this much. UkHa is leading the charge. Knee, ooh, he's a little stiff. Swivel on that knee as well. Then you've got a swivel on the ankle. You've got a hinge. And you've got a rock. Fairly simplistic articulation on him, but everything I think that you would need. The ankles especially are nice because he's a little bit top heavy. He's a lot like the Scapeback. He doesn't really want to stand up on his own that well. So the more you can like plant the ankles, plant the feet, the better. Very cute, very inquisitive looking. What an adorable little guy. Compared to Velok and Ularia, the two other suited characters we've looked at, and Kern Ray also, he's fairly simplistic, doesn't have that much going on. Sometimes when character design is concerned, that's even better. He's just a little guy, but he does come with a fair amount of accessories. He's got this pauldron, back with you, UkHa, because you've always got to have at least one pauldron, again made of scavenged parts, wires and tubes and whatnot, nicely distressed. And as with most, if not all, Legion's figures, there are ports in the back where you can plug this in. I might need to heat him up a little bit to get this in. In addition, he's got this. It may look like a basket, and I suppose technically it is, but this is meant to go into his back. So you also get a little connector where it ports into this, and then you can plug it into his back. This thing is fantastic. It looks exactly like a woven material, some kind of dirty fabric. Just a tiny, tiny, kind of inconsequential piece, but really nicely done. It's beautiful. And to go in that, you get this battery, maybe? Is it a battery? I think it opens up. Yeah, so this does open up. It's a very small opening, so I don't know if you'd actually be able to put anything in there. Ooh, there's a piece of fur on it. Especially not anything from his accessories pack, I don't think. But I'm sure you could find something to go in there. Your diamonds, maybe. Some illicit substances. You know, just whatever will fit. You shove that down in there, and he's carrying whatever this thing is. You'll also come with what looks like a weapon, some kind of staff slash scythe thing slash radio antenna. So in my mind, this is a trekking device, it's a communication device, it's a weapon. It also comes apart, so if you want to replace it with a different weapon head or put this on a smaller stick, that is possible. In addition, this part is on a hinge, so you can lower and raise it at will. Turns into a scythe type thing. It's a really, really awesome detail. I love it when they do that. They didn't have to, but they did. Once again, very nicely designed piece. Now you get into the extra clamshell. Here's that connector for the basket I was talking about. Can I get it out with my weak little fingies? Let's see. I did it. So that's one mystery solved. Comes with a cute little bag. All right, hands. They're cool to have, but they're a little boring, so let's look at them first. I apologize to any hand enthusiasts who I may have just offended. Gripping hands on a side-to-side axis. Gripping hands on an up and down axis. Trigger finger hands on a side-to-side axis. It is worth noting that he does not come with a gun. I think it was similar for Kern Ray. She also came with trigger finger hands, and yet she did not have a gun of any sort. Not really a complaint, just an observation. He comes with this adorable little bag. Again, great work on the fabric detail there. There's even like a little section right here where it looks like it's been blasted with sand, just like left in a sand dune or something and gotten a little discolored. The strap is on a hinge so it can be moved around. Extra goggles for the unmasked head. These just go around his neck. There's a like weird little indent in them in the lens part on both of them. I don't know if that comes across on the camera, but yeah, a little indent. I don't think it's bad enough for me to want to complain. I don't even know if it's, I don't know if that's purposeful or not. I don't think so because his regular lenses don't have that. But since it's on black lenses, it's not very noticeable, so it's not something I'm liable to complain about. And finally here is the alternate head. Goggles are off, his eyeballs are exposed, looks adorable. Look at that cute little face. It actually looks a little bit different than the attached face. Like, less wrinkling around the mouth, I feel like. Or maybe just the paint isn't as heavy, so it looks like less wrinkling. But yeah, it does look different. Not in a bad way, just in a different way. So let's take this off. Ooh, I thought the ball joint on the head was going to be a lot bigger than it was, which is why I was a little bit laissez-faire taking that off, but it's pretty small. So I wouldn't be reckless like that in the future if I were you. And I think to swap out his parts, I'm going to have to heat him up, so let me do that and I will be right back. Luckily for you, no time will have passed. Okay, so here we have him with everything attached. All his little bits and bobs. His pauldron, his goggles, his little satchel, his staff, and that battery holder or whatever that is. Basket thingy. He is a cute little guy. Definitely fits the bill as a scavenger in this hostile land. I didn't find any of the things too difficult to get on him, which was nice. I didn't need to heat him up too much to plug in that pauldron or that extra head. You can put anything you want in this little satchel, as long as it'll fit. You can take the battery out of this basket and put in a little baby alien. That would be super cute. I don't know where you're gonna find a baby alien, but I'm sure you can, you're resourceful. I have faith in you. Let's see how he looks with our other characters that we've unboxed so far. Here is another native of Thraxon. This is Kern Ray. So far my favorite figure in the line. For some reason I kept thinking of UkHa as a shorter character, maybe just because he has kind of short looking legs comparatively, but he is taller than Kern Ray, who in turn is taller than Velok and Eularia. So these two definitely look like they live on the same planet. They are both survivors. Krewe might be a little bit more hardcore than UkHa when it comes to surviving, but still. So let's put her here. Move you over. Now let's see how he looks with Velok. I mean, the great thing about a purely alien character, he's still humanoid in body plan, but less so than these guys. I mentioned before that the proportions between Velok and Krewe seem a little off because I think she's 2.0 and this is more of a 1.0 like head. Anyway, the proportions are a little bit strange there. But when you compare him to UkHa, who is a completely different species, who has a more alien body plan, it's not really something you notice or even care about, just because it's a whole different alien. Here he is with Eularia. Again, a similar type of situation to Velok, just a completely different alien type. There's no weirdness with the proportions. I think they all look awesome together. A lot of what I love about Four Horsemen figures is the character design. I'm a big character design nerd, I guess, and they really killed it when it came to the theme of this wave. Just the machinations of what it takes to survive on this hostile planet. These characters look like they're doing it. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't do a comparison featuring everyone's favorite elephant boy, Wasteland Neil. I think Wasteland Neil has become a bit of celebrity on the Weekly Allowance channel, and how could he not be? He's not just surviving, he is thriving. And that is it for our look at UkHa, another in the new Cosmic Legion's OxKrewe wave. We have 2 more figures to go. We have Orvar and the Thraxian Scout, I believe. So those will be coming up shortly. In the meantime, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are more than welcome. And I will see you guys on the next one.